We had another great season at GBO this fall. We had a solid crew and a lot of really good clients who came to hunt with us in this amazing part of the world. Had another good year building. We had the mill making sawdust again, put up a 14 by 28 addition on the cookhouse at Highland Ranch, along with another bunkhouse. That's 14 by 20. Todd Tice kicked off our Caribou season August 15th. We sent him out with Dustin Unruh on a 10-day horseback adventure, and they managed to connect with this cool velvet bull. A highlight of the fall for us was having John Walker and his hunting partner Truett come and hunt caribou with us. John approached us at the Salt Lake show a couple years ago about doing a caribou hunt, and as you can see from the picture, John is in a wheelchair. It was a huge group effort, and John was able to harvest a beautiful velvet bull. We had a new bird in the air this year, a Bushmaster 180. This allowed us to freight more gear and supplies in and out of our camps, while still giving us some short field capabilities. This is going to be a huge asset for us and our hunters going forward. Mississippi boys Charlie and Robert, who hunted with us a few years ago down in southern Alberta, came to try their hand up north. They were both able to get solid goats. Caribou eluded them on this go around. Kevin Whitney won a hunt purchased by the Rocky Mountain Bighorn Sheep Society. He got this awesome caribou and came close to sealing the deal on a big moose, but the moose got away. Tim Logeman came to hunt moose, and they hunted hard in a couple different places, and it finally came together on the last evening of the last day. They called this bull in across the lake, and Tim was able to stay off the trigger until he hit dry land. Scott Rollinson, who got his stone sheep with us last year, brought his son Bryce up this year to chase caribou. Bryce escaped school for a bit to come harvest this nice bull. Mark Kramer came on an archery mixed bag hunt. He was able to arrow a nice goat fairly early on in the hunt. They hunted hard for the remainder and came close on a moose, but the moose and the caribou evaded him. Greg Norsby from Montana was able to harvest the nice bull caribou. They hunted hard for moose, but were a bit early for the moose rut, and the moose eluded them. He drove up, so he was able to take his caribou meat home. JT was another returning client this year. Came back for another go at things. He hunted with Ian McKinnon, who he pulled out of retirement for a couple hunts. JT hoped to get a goat, and if things went well, maybe a moose. The moose came first, and he was able to get a nice billy to take home too. We ran a couple moose hunts on the river this year. We expanded things from last year with Dustin running the main boat and Eli chipping in with the Zodiac. Return client Scott Dunkelberger brought his longtime friend Jerry Regan to chase some moose on the river. Scott was able to get a great bull down right away, so Dustin and Scott were free to help out once Jerry and Eli got their bull down. Afterwards, some relaxing time was spent in camp playing soccer and hanging out. Our boys Cooper and Keo really enjoyed having Scott around. Father and son Paul and Tyler Hamlin joined us for a 2-on-1 mountain goat hunt with Clayton. They worked hard and had to spend a night out on the lakeshore wet and cold, but the hard work paid off with 2 nice billies. Kevin Hurley from the Wild Sheep Foundation came back for round 2 this year. He decided to hunt with Dustin on the river and was glad he did. He tagged out early with this good bull and managed to make it home before schedule to help plan and organize his wedding, which happened a few days after this hunt. Jason and Craig were supposed to hunt with us last year, but circumstances kept it from happening. But it worked out this year, and they both hit home runs with a couple 200-inch plus bull moose, in addition to both getting goats. Shane Koss and Lyle Hansen came on a late season goat hunt. We flew them into a spot where Lyle was able to harvest his goat up high. We were not finding anything for Shane, so we moved them onto the river, and Shane got this pig of a river goat. Jason Bailey was our last client to leave this year. He came on an archery goat hunt with the idea if he couldn't get it with the bow, he would opt to use the rifle. He had a shot early on with the bow and missed, so he opted to use the rifle as he got later on in the hunt and was able to get this nice billy. Just wanted to say thanks again to all of our clients who hunted with us this year. We appreciate your business very much, allowing us to do what we love to do. And thanks to our amazing crew, we couldn't do without you. From building cabins to trucking and trailing horses to looking after clients and making sure we find some awesome critters along the way. You guys are awesome. If you're interested in a hunt, you can email me direct at gbowilliams@gmail.com, or feel free to give me a shout and see what we have for availability. 250-794-8350. We only have a handful of spots left in 2024, And 2025 is starting to get booked up too. So let me know what you're after and we can put something together for you.